ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम। 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 जय जय राम जय जय राम। ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्राय नमः। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। ॐ श्री हनुमते नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनम् ॐ श्रीचिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। ॐ श्री तुलसीदासाय नमः। Hari Om, a very warm welcome. Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji is now addressing Narad ji, where he said, devotion is, the most important. A devotee is like my child who completely has thrown dependency on me and he cannot think of on his own. Whereas a jnani is one who also is a devotee, but at the same time he has an element which says he can do it. He is like the grown-up child. who has got that efficiency to handle himself, whereas a child does not have that efficiency to handle itself. Therefore, the difference between a bhakta and a jnani, both are my children only. But a bhakta depends on me more. Therefore, I move towards him closer. Whereas a jnani has got his own way of approach. Therefore, I allow him to go. Then he said, Yaha bichari pandita mohi bhajahi. Analyzing and understanding the fact that a devotee is very important one and devotion is extremely important, and therefore Yaha vichari, having understood this, panditaha, all the jnanis also have devotion in their heart while they work for jnanam. Therefore, jnanam, jnanadeva to kaivalyam, no doubt, but once jnanam is got, then even a jnani will have bhakti. Therefore, do not discard bhakti in the name of becoming very intelligent, in the name of thinking rationally, in the name of, it is nothing but ahankara only. It is nothing but ego only. Therefore, where there is ego, Bhagavan will not come. Where there is no ego, Bhagavan will come. Therefore, in the heart, keep the heart empty without ego. There is space for Bhagavan to come. If you fill ego in your heart, the space is filled with ego, Bhagavan will remain outside. Therefore, devotion is very, very important. And thinking that I am intelligent, I am rational, is also Maya. And Maya is very powerful. Don't get into it. Kama krodha lobhadi mada prabala moha ki dhari. All the Shad Vairinaha are the powerful army of ignorant people. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya are all armies of ignorant people. Tinamahati Daruna Dukkada. And among them, the worst enemy for a bhakta is Maya Rupi Nari. Is the Maya called Nari. We will discuss about that. Now, before proceeding, I would like to put up certain points in what we have heard just now. In Aranyakand, we saw the story of what happened to Narada. Is it not? About that, a little more thinking is required. When Narada asked Bhagavan, why you did not help me in accomplishing my desire of marrying Vishwamohini, Bhagavan, he thought, what? Even though Narada is asking for that Vishwamohini, it is not good for him. Why did he think like that? Because in Balakanda, Jehi bidhinata hoi hita mora, he had said, Narada had told, I want Vishwamohini, therefore you give me your Rupa so that she will get attracted to me and I can marry her. But however, at the end of that particular conversation, he said, Jehi bidinata hoi hita mora. Whatever it is, please do that which is good for me. And according to Narada, marrying Vishwamohini was good because he was infatuated. But from the standpoint of Bhagavan, Narada is not meant for that. Because, now see, because of the fact that he had asked, Natha hohi hitamora, that which is good for me, Bhagavan did that which is good for him. Therefore, Bhagavan has not gone, away from his word. He kept up his word. He did not go back on his words. Second point. By nature, Narada was a bhakta. And he was a virakta purusha. by nature. The samsara, etc., is not his actual tendency. For a very short period of time, he got infatuated by Vishwamohini. He was in the spell of delusion, Maya. See, in our case, it is the other way around. We are generally in delusion. Occasionally, some jnana occurs by mistake, if we may say so. We are all the time in delusion. But a great bhakta, vairagi, viveki like Naradji, occasionally even Maya, takes a position. But then that is for a very short period of time, like Narada. And in that short period of time, when the mind is weak, now please note, all of us, including the speaker, there are times when our mind is very strong, where the intelligence plays a vital role. And there are times when the intelligence is tired of thinking. And therefore at that time, mind takes a vital role and there Maya is able to capture. Now see, I have told this earlier also. We have three personalities. Sharira, Mana, Buddhi. Mind is the main. Sharira by itself cannot think or decide. Why? It is matter. Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi. Panchamahabhutani. And this Panchamahabhutas by itself cannot think because it is matter. Matter is inert and insentient. What about intelligence then? Again, this I had told earlier, again and again I will have to tell because you will forget. Intelligence does not decide. Buddhi does not decide. If Buddhi were to decide, all of us would have been great jnanis. Think. If Buddhi had to decide, Buddhi is a faculty. Out of its past experiences, it presents to the mind what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong, what is pleasant, what is unpleasant, what is conducive, what is unconducive, what should be done, what ought not to be done. Buddhi only presents both equally and genuinely. That is why jnanam is required. That is why education is required. Education strengthens the buddhi with data, with information, with knowledge. When the buddhi presents, why should it present? Because the decision maker is not buddhi, decision making cannot be the body, therefore the decision maker is the mind. Think, analyze. Now, when the buddhi presents what is right and what is wrong, it is our own buddhi, please note. Is it not? Even when somebody is telling something, we think what the other person has told and we take our own decision only. Is it not? When that is the case, mind is a deciding authority. When mind goes along with body, then mind and body becomes majority. It becomes strong and therefore intellect becomes weak. When the mind takes the intelligence party, then body becomes weak, mind and intellect become stronger. Democracy. Is it not? That which is stronger wins the race. Now who is stronger? When the body is strong and the body is asking, Swamiji, Kesidas Rasgulla has come, eat. Nobody is there. Enjoy. Then what will happen? Let us suppose I enjoy. Why body is asking? Tongue is asking for taste. Kesidas Rasgulla, eat, eat. Intelligence says, Swamiji, don't you know? Haven't you checked your report? What is that? HbA1c. Whatever. Sugar. HbA1c should be 6.9. Yours is 9.1. You are on the very high side. Do not take Rasgulla. Body says, Arey yaar, once in a while only, it is okay. You take one extra tablet, sugar tablet, you take one extra tablet and you eat. So body wants, tongue wants, intelligence wants. Body want, intelligence warns. Now the mind has to decide. So that which is powerful will attract the mind. When the mind helplessly takes the side of body and goes and has Rasgulla, it is very yummy, it is very tasty, very sweet. But what will happen? I will fall sick very early. Think. It will eat away. From inside it will start eating my organs. I won't know it externally. The mind, when suddenly we fall ill, when suddenly the doctor says, you have terrible sugar, gone up, you cannot do this, you have to do walking, you have to do that one, you have to do exercise. Then, I should have listened to my intellect. Intellect says, I told you. Is it not? How many times this has happened, similar things have happened in all of our lives? Then, when the body becomes stronger, mind goes with the body. But intelligence, when you give importance to the intelligence and move towards the intelligence and says, body, I have given you enough opportunities to enjoy everything, enough. Now, I will go with intelligence. Then what do? Idanna mama, I reject. Then what happens? My body becomes more healthier. Is it not? So, the mind is a deciding factor, and this mind should always be habituated to go with the intellect. Think. When it comes to Narada Muni, his basic nature is bhakti and virakti. Therefore, his mind will not have such a tendency of samsara. Samsara is not his tendency. And it is only under the spell of delusion. Some weak moments, mind takes to body. Some weak moments. Every one of us have got weak moments, please. Nobody is Sachi. Nobody is Pakka. Nobody is perfect. This is law of nature. Prakriti dharma. But we should not take license and then, Prakriti dharma, I can do whatever I want. That is murkhatana. In Niti Shatakam, Bhartrahari says, Asmin loke sarvasya aushadham asti. In this world, for everything there is one medicine. Murkhasya nasti aushadham, he says. For murkhas there is no medicine. So to claim, it is okay, occasionally it is okay. That occasion should not become very periodically there. Rare occasions, mind will become weak. Similar was the time of Naraji at that time. At a particular moment when there is a spell of Maya, when the mind is weaker, he wanted Vishwamohini. And he fell prey. See, people who are basically by nature viraktas, by nature who have that sannyasa attitudes in them, they should not get married. They will also suffer and she will also suffer. And what about sannyasis? That is about sannyasis. What about samsaris? Samsaris should get married. They should not think of sannyasa, because that will be another trouble. Like, for example, I'll tell you, Gautama Buddha got married, But later, when he understood his true nature, he understood everything, he quietly walked out, finished. And he became the great leader for human being, isn't it? At another occasion, same Bhagavan influenced Shivaji to get married to Uma. Shivaji was Bole Baba. It doesn't matter to him whether he marries or he doesn't marry. He is a Bole Baba. He revels in his own inner being. Is it not? But at that time he had to get married to Uma. Why? That Rakshasa, what is his name? That Rakshasa, he had taken a boon from Shiva. I can only be killed by the son of Shiva. And if Shiva has to get a son, he has to get married. He will get killed only with the son of Shiva. Therefore, to beget a son, Shiva had to get married. Therefore, Bhagavan influenced. Mahavishnu influenced Shiva. You have to get married for the sake of begetting a son. And that son alone can kill that particular Rakshasa. So there he influenced people to get married. Arjuna. Shreyo bhoktum bhaikshamam loke. I want to take sannyasa. I don't want to wage war. Arjuna wanted sannyasa. But Bhagavan said, no. You cannot take sannyasa. Why? Bhagavan knew Arjuna's nature is not sannyasa. Therefore, he was against Arjuna taking sannyasa. Bhagavan was not against sannyasa. Please note. Bhagavan was not against sannyasa, but he was against taking sannyasa unprepared. A very important word there, please note. Taking sannyasa unprepared will lead only to confusion, regrets, problems, indulgences, and so on and so forth. Since Bhagavan did not want Arjuna to take sannyasa, at the same time look at Narada. Bhagavan did not want Narada to get into samsara. Both are Bhagavan only, please note. Arjuna and Shiva. Bhagavan influenced them to get married, but the same Bhagavan influences Narada not to get married. Why? His nature is not samsara. Swadharme nidhanam sheyaha paradharmo bhayavaha. When Krishna says, it means what is your swadharma? Do that only. If you are unprepared for sannyasa, you should not get sannyasa. You should not follow that path. If you are well prepared, you should not go to samsara. This is the most important point which Bhagavan had for Naradji. Swadharma of Arjuna is not sannyasa. Swadharma of Naradji is not samsara. Simple logic. Now the third point. Everyone has a mission to achieve. The very birth is to achieve a mission. Each one have got different missions. But there is a common mission for all human beings. What is that? Gaining the knowledge of the Supreme, which is my own nature. Narada, what is your mission? Earlier Naradji had told Brahmaji, what? I will do prachar of bhakti, devotion. That is my mission. And now Narada wants to get married. Think. Narada's mission is not samsara. Narada's mission is propagating bhakti. Therefore, even from that standpoint, Narada will fail. Therefore, he should not get married. So, one, Bhagavan did not go back from his words because he did good only to Narada. Point number 2, Narada, it is not your nature to get into samsara, therefore it is not appropriate. Point number 3, your mission is to propagate bhakti, therefore you cannot get into samsara. See how much Bhagavan had to think. Why is that? Because Narada is a Bhakta Purush, Bhakta. And Bhakta, Bhagavan only will have to take care. Is it not? He is like a child. Now, the fourth one. And fourth one, please be attentive, most dangerous. If Narada gets married to Vishwamohini, anartha would be there. What is anartha? Who is Vishwamohini? Vishwamohini is a Maya Shakti of Bhagavan only. Is it not? Maya is what? Maya is nothing but Shakti. Shakti is what? Ardhangi. Is it not? Ardhangini of Bhagavan. So, Maya cannot get married to anybody else. She belongs to Bhagavan. She can only go with Bhagavan. She cannot go with anybody else. Right? Now, because she is Ardhangini of Bhagavan, then she becomes the mother of Narada. Jaganmata, Jagat Janani. Jagat Janani, Jaganmata, how can she get married to Naradji? Anartha ho jayega. Isn't it? Therefore, even in Sita Swayamvara, nobody could even lift the Shiva Dhanush. Why? Sita is Jaganmata. And Ramchandra is Jagat Pita. Therefore, Jaganmata can only go with Jagat Pita. Therefore, nobody else can lift that Dhanush. Think? And when Ramchandraji came, there was no much effort involved. Why? He is meant for Sita ji. Easily he could lift. Think? Therefore, Naraji cannot get married to Vishwamohini because she is his mother. Think? Therefore, it is impossible. It is not at all right. It is not dharma. Therefore, Bhagavan did not allow Naraji to get married to Vishwamohini. How wonderful thing. Analysis, so very wonderful. But what happens? Most of the time we don't think. We first act and then regret. Then, adhikaritvam is also very important. Narada cannot be an adhikari for Vishwamohini because she is Jaganmata. And what is his adhikari? What is the adhikaritvam he has? To be a devotee. He is an adhikari of devotion only. So, adhikara nirnayam again does not permit Naraji to get married to Vishwamohini. Think? So much of thinking is involved. Now, the last point, which many of you may not like. But then truth is truth, you see. Generally, I please make a mention here, generally within quotes. Woman by herself is not a problem. I said generally. It is the obsession of men towards women that she is beautiful, therefore I want. Therefore, problem is not with women. Problem is with men only. And when man's mind is weaker, he has to be guarded. When that moment passes away, again the mind becomes stronger and he will not fall prey. The guard is required only during the time when the man's mind is weak. Like a small plant requires a guard when it is tiny, when it is tender. At that moment it is weak. So it requires a guard. And that guard is Bhagavan. Once the plant grows and grows and grows and grows, it even encompasses that guard, that fence. It will grow over the fence. After that, fence has no role to play. Remember, the child is a devotee, the jnani is a grown-up man. The grown-up man does not require the love of the mother the way she loves the child. Child requires a mother. Grown-up, he will manage himself. Think. When the mind is weak, devotion is the best method. That is where Bhagavan will come and take care. When the mind is strong, I can handle. Then Bhagavan said, okay, you handle, I'll take care of the other children. There are so many children, so many devotees are there. Think. Now, when the Lord guards, whom does he guard? Only the one who surrenders. So when we offer our ego at the feet of Bhagavan, he takes care. Tum rakshak kahun ko darna? Kahun ko darna? Why do you have to worry? Just surrender. Continuing. In the next chaupai, सुनु मुनि कह पुराण श्रुति संता मोह विपिन कहु नारी बसंता जप तप नेम जलाशय झारी होई ग्रीष्म शोषई सब नारी काम क्रोध मद मत्सर भेका इनहि हर्ष प्रद बरषा एका दुर्वासना कुमुद समुदायी तिन कह सरद सदा सुखदायी धर्म सकल सरसीरुह बृंदा होई मति नहीं दहई सुख मंदा पुनि ममता जवास बहुताई पलुहई नारी शिशिर ऋतु पाई पाप उलूक निकर सुखकारी नारी निबिढ़ रजनी अधियारी बुद्धि बलशील सत्य सब मीना बनसी समत्रिय कहीं प्रवीणा अवगुण मूल सूल प्रदन प्रमदा सब दुख खानी ताते कीन्ह निवारण मुनिमय जिय जानी सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. Very powerful chaupai. Sunu Muni, O sage, hey Narada, listen. Kaha Purana Shruti Santa. The Puranas, the Vedas, and the saints, Santa. Santa, all of them declare, Moha Bipina Kahu Nari Pasanta. Nari, woman, is like the Vasanta Ritu. In Vasanta Ritu, the spring season, everything looks beautiful. And it is all from the standpoint of ignorance, please note. Everything is beautiful. And the forest is ignorance. In the forest of ignorance, everything in the spring season, everything is beautiful. You get carried away by all of that. And Moha Bipina Kahu Nari Basanta, and it is that woman who is like the Vasanta Ritu. Now see, in the forest of ignorance, Vasanta Ritu plays a vital role. Vasanta Ritu is nothing but fascinating, enticing. Is it not? You just come out of your house in the early morning during the spring season. It is so beautiful, it is so pleasant, so soft breeze, and all the leaves and flowers and fruit, everything is fresh. And it looks so beautiful. Is it not? During spring season. Whereas Japa, Tapa, Nema, Jalashaya Jhari, Hoi Grisham Soshai Sabanari. When it is summer, in the hot season, everything dries up. Even now, see, Japa, Tapa, austerity, all the religious observances, samskaras, puja, punaskara, etc., all that. All of them, even they are like the ponds and lakes which are dried up. Think of a pond during spring season, it is so beautiful with water. Lotus will be there, lilies will be there, beautiful plants will be there, lot of swans will be there, and lot of birds will come. They rest on the water and go away. They do all that, they drink water, they sip water, they even drench their heads in the water, and then they fly with waters dropping all over. So beautiful scene. How many photographers have won awards taking pictures of all such wonderful cases? Is it not? Spring season. Everything is beautiful. But during summer, what happens? Everything dries up. No flower, no plant, no bird, nothing comes. Why? What to do with the dry place? And the dry place is like a sadhaka with japa, tapa, niyama, nishtha. He cannot be fascinated, he cannot be, wooed by all these wonderful, fascinating things. And he is the sadhaka. A sadhaka who is committed can never be fascinated by all these fanciful things, including a woman. Therefore, Narada is a very beautiful example of a bhakta, a vairagi, a jnani also. At the same time, a very short period of time he became weaker. Now, our case, why go to Narada always? Take our case only. We are very short period of time strong. While listening to some Vedanta lectures, when we are in satsanga, the mind is a little strong. Therefore, that also depends. Alright, that also depends. You know better. I don't have to go deeper and deeper. All of us experience all that. Is it not? When the mind is strong, it is like the dry lake. It cannot be fascinated. It cannot be fascinating. Whereas, when the mind is weak, it looks very pleasant, but at the same time, it carries us away to a destination far away from where we ought to reach. Therefore, Narada, Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsara, Bheka, Kama, lust, passion, desire, Krodha, anger, Mada, pride, Matsara, jealousy, Bheka. Bheka means frogs. The frogs are only vital, they are very active when there are lust, anger, pride, jealousy, meaning we are in samsara. In the lake of samsara, frogs dance around. But inahi harasha pada barasha eka, like the rainy season, like the spring season, the woman is like, that season which attracts all the fascinations of life. But for a jnani, for a bhakta, all those cannot attract. Why? He is attracted by Bhagavan. A devotee is guarded by Bhagavan. Think. Durvasana kumuda samudayi. Durvasana, meaning wrong tendencies. It puts a blanket, a vicious blanket. All lilies and other flowers, everything are like, beautiful, fascinating things. During spring season, a woman fascinates man. But the man, when he is given to japa, tapa, niyama, etc., the woman cannot fascinate her. She'll be like the dry lake. Tinakaha sarada sada sukadayi. She is always, towards the fascination, but the yogi, a devotee, is away from all that. He cannot be fascinated. He cannot be carried away. Hoi himatina hi dahai sukhabanda. And for person who falls prey for woman during that particular winter season, everything pleasure, 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 and he drowns in that pleasure. Think. Punimamata javasa bahutayi. That javasa is a very beautiful plant. That plant grows only when there is water and all these things. That is ignorance. Paluhai nari sisira ritupayi. It flourishes only during winter, and therefore woman is related to that beautiful spring season for the ignorant. And he falls prey. Papa uluka nikara sukhakari, nari nibida rajani andhiyari. Woman is very delightful during the nights. Tulsi Dasi says, how the owls become very hyperactive during the night. Daytime they go and hide themselves. But during the night, the way owls become hyperactive, the owls enjoy the night. Similarly, a woman and her fascinating life becomes very attractive with darkness equivalent to ignorance. So she is powerful only when you are ignorant, but when you wake up, when you gain that knowledge and surrender at the feet of Bhagavan, it is like the day where owls have no role to play, and the jnani who understands this can never be attracted. How? Very beautiful example is given. In the pond, there are beautiful fishes playing in the water. And those fishes are related to all the jnanis, wonderful sadhaks, etc. And the hook which is put to attract the fish and taken out, that hook is referred to the woman. A woman is, inserted to pick all those sadhaks, and if they get caught, then they die. Therefore, beware is the call. Beware is the call. Vanasi samatriya kahahi prabina. And a woman, so declare the wise people, responsible people, intelligent people, jnanis, yogis, is like the hook to catch the fishes. Therefore, beware of woman. Again, avaguna moola sula pramada sabha dukha khani. A young woman is the root of all evil. Now please note, please be attentive. Don't jump to conclusions because of the statements. Be attentive. A young woman is the root of all evil. Pramada sabha dukha khani. It is a source of torment and a mine of dukkha. Khani, dukkha khani, a mine of sorrows. Now here, now if you see, even the Ramayan, we saw Ravana, he was very normal. There was nothing much happening. Except that all that Rakshasa Buddhi, etc. was there. Ravana was a great Pandita. Sakala Shastra Vidwan. But where did he fail? He fell when Sita ji entered his life. What do you mean entered his life? When the thought of Sita ji was injected in him. Until then, Ravana was a very good administrator. And he was what he called as Kalarasika. If you see that, Lanka, such a very wonderful country. Not now. I am talking of that Lanka, not Sri Lanka. Everywhere there is only gold. Very prosperous country. Where Ravana was, the Raja. The moment Sita ji's thoughts were injected to him, there came the fall of Ravana. Think. A woman, when she is looked at as an object of pleasure, there the fall of the man starts. That is what is it. Tate kinhi nivarana munimaya jiya jani. Therefore, bearing this in mind, O sage, I prevented you from marriage. Why? That is not your vasana. Your vasana is bhakti. Your vasana is vairagya. It was for a small moment where the mind was weak. In our case, very small moment, why mind appears to be strong, otherwise we all be. It need not be always woman. Woman is one example, you can call it anything. Kamini, Kanchana, Kirti. You can fall anywhere. Isn't it? It is an indication. Again, now please note, a woman is not the problem. It is the man's obsession with the woman that is a problem. And once he falls prey, once he falls for the woman, then his intelligence no more works. Look at this. Mind goes with beauty. Then he suffers. Mind, when it goes with jnanam, he no more suffers. He is relieved of all such pain and he is ever happy. In fact, after that, body also will be under him. Until then, body will want. Think. Therefore, beware. Hey Narada, I protected you. I kept up my word. You asked me to see to it that what is good for me, you do. That is what I did. I did good for you. And one place it is said, if man can control himself well, then women will be safe. Think. Very powerful statement I read. If man can control himself and live a dharmic life, women are safe. Think. And now, continuing, सुनि रघुपति के बचन सुहाए, मुनि तन पुलक नयन भरि आए, कहूँ कवन प्रभु कै असिरीति, सेवक परम मतारु प्रीति, जेन भजहि अस प्रभु भ्रम त्यागी, ज्ञान रंक नर मंद अभागी, पुनि सादर बोले मुनि नारद, सुनहु राम विज्ञान विशारद, संतन के लक्षण रघुबीरा, कहूँ नाथ भव भंजन बीरा। सुनु मुनि संतन के गुण कहूँ, जिनते मैं उनके बस रहूँ. We'll quickly see this, and then tomorrow it will be another very beautiful eye-opener. Suni Raghupati ke bachan suhai, listening to Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji's words, why he did not allow Narada to get married. Narada Muni tana pulaka nayana bhari. His eyes were filled with water, with tears. What kind of tears? Tears of love, tears of gratitude. And that much of devotion, he himself could not handle his own devotion towards Bhagavan. It came out as tears. Kahau kavana prabhu ke asiriti. He thought for himself, tell me, is there any other master, Sevaka Paramamata Arupriti, who has so much of love towards his Sevaka? I have not seen a master like that who can love his Sevaka to this extent. Jena Bhajahi asa Prabhu Brahmatyagi. Men who refuse to worship a great master like Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji, Jnana Ranka, Nara Manda Abhagi, they are bankrupt of wisdom, devoid of wisdom, and the dull-witted, pitiable people. Naraji thinks, Puni sadara bole muni Narada. Again, Narada woke up, and then he said, woke up meaning what? He was not sleeping. He was in that bliss. He again collected himself and spoke to Lord, Sunahu Rama, Bhigyana Visharada. Hey Rama, you are the well-versed in all the ancient sacred lore, in all the scriptures. Santana ke lachana Raghubira. Hey Raghubira, kahu natha. Please tell me, Santana ke lakshana. What are the lakshanas of a Santa Purusha? There he said, is it not lakshana, Bhagavan and Santa Purusha, scriptures and Santa Purusha. Who is that Santana Purusha? What are his lakshanas? Hey Raghubira, kahaunata bhava bhanjana bira, that which removes the fear of transmigration. For that Ramchandraji, Sunumuni. Hey Narada, listen. Santana ke guna kahamu. I will now tell you the qualities, the Santa Lakshanas. I will tell you, Jinate me unake basarahu. By virtue of which they hold me in submission. It is not that they submit to me, I hold them. And now Bhagavan will explain the lakshanas of a Santa Purusha, which we will see tomorrow. Alright? Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai, Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki jai, Umapati Mahadev ki jai, Bolo Bhai Sab Santan ki jai, Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai.